Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I have a special live interview for you guys. I'm so excited because I have two guest speakers that's going to be coming on, and it's going to be a very interesting live. And I believe the topics is something that needs to be addressed. I heard some, and even before I even start this, I want to know who's tuning in, and I want you to say hi to us. Drop your name in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. We have an amazing live that's going on today. And like I said, it's a great topic. Hey Dana, it's a great topic that needs to be addressed because I think that people really need to learn how to step outside of their comfort zone. And I want people to know what can happen when you do step outside of your comfort zone. So, yes, I see. Hi, Dana. Hey, thank you so much for coming on the live. I really appreciate you. I'm just waiting for my speakers to come on, but I really believe that this is a topic that needs to be addressed, like I said, and it's Monday, so what great way than to start the week. Hey, Brandy. Hey, thanks for coming on the live. I'm waiting for my guest speakers to come on, but well, as you're coming on the live, say hi to me. Drop your name in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. And like I said, I have a great topic that's going to be coming on. Hey, Abby, thank you so much for watching the live. Having a great topic. And like I said, this is a good topic. And just to touch on it a little bit, I do believe that every day, I know that a lot of people do not have the desires for growth. It's something I've been debating back and forth and having conversations with my husband. But in my opinion, I feel that people need to grow daily. Some people are content and happy where they are in life, but I'm a person that's never satisfied of where I'm at in life. So I am just greeting everybody that's coming on this live. As y'all can tell, I'm blind because I keep on going in and out. I was asking, should I do this with my glasses or not? But I do have my little iPad a little bit of ways from me. So I will keep on looking as I see comments coming in. And like I said, I'm waiting for my speakers to come on. So let me just see if I could see what's going on quickly. Yes, growth is highly important, and this is why I have the topics. Okay, so one second. Quest, and this is the beauty about lives. One second, let me see if I could get them. Yeah. So thank you so much, Jay, for coming on. Thank you, everybody that's coming on. I am waiting for my guests to come on. I just messaged them, so they come in right now. But like I said, this is a good topic. I have to say it over and over again, and this is like a live that's a must because people are, in my opinion, I don't believe that we should ever stay stagnant in life. I believe that people need to grow at all times. Hi, Alicia. I believe that growth is something that you need to continually do throughout life. And when you do seek growth, or what you seek in life is something that you receive. So you're either, and I also believe that when you stay stagnant, it's not a good thing because staying stagnant don't get you anywhere. Thank you so much, Alicia. Staying stagnant doesn't get you anywhere. And one second, she said my profile spinning right now. Okay, I'm not sure if the Wi-Fi that they have is working great at this moment, but they should be coming on in a moment. I know that there's like a holiday going on in Canada, and my guest speakers are in Canada, so that's probably what's have them taking a little bit to come on. But I believe that in life you really need to, hey Giselle, seek growth. And growth is a huge topic because we all want to elevate to a new level. And whether some people are content where they're at or not, I believe that people are content. Hey, Nick, I believe that people are content because, there go my guest speakers. see. I know it's adding, but I said I know that people stay content in a sense because they give up on their dreams. They do give up on themselves. Hey, Nick, they give up on themselves too easy, and I don't ever believe that somebody should give up because one thing that I always heard, and I think it's Les Brown that said the most expensive place in the world is graveyards because people die with their dreams, and it's not a good thing. Can't die with your dreams. So I am trying to get my guest on. It says that she is being added to the live, so let's see. Got my fingers crossed right now. And this is the beauty about it. You know that this is a lie because technology is failing us right now. But yeah, it's a hey
Hey,
guys, yay!
sorry, some technical
I
difficulties.
know. That's
How's it going, everybody?
Hey guys.
Hi, Maisha.
oh. So my guest speakers are Dale and Barb. They've been doing some amazing things. They have been seeking that growth, stepping out of their comfort zone. And actually, I spoke to them last week. I actually was speaking to Barb because she told me something that was highly important that they've been doing Facebook Lives, which I feel that everybody should do in a sense. And it's been uncomfortable because they're sharing their personal lives. And a lot of people won't do that. So I commend you guys so much for actually doing that because you're sharing your lives and people, as we know, people like to look from the outside in other people's lives. So I do appreciate you guys for actually doing that because you are paving the path for so many people to actually get uncomfortable and just do the thing, right?
Right.
Exactly. Yes. You. That's right, Maisha. You have to step out of your comfort zone to grow, right? So, we have the 3 pointers to share with you. And want to go ahead, Dale?
Yeah. So in terms of what we've been doing in order to grow, one of the things that we were doing or are doing is just bringing the insanity of thinking that if we keep doing the same thing and expect the same results, it's just not going to happen. So when you have what you feel is a great idea, because we're all creative, we all have uh, things that within ourselves, our soul, our whatever you want to call it, our God force, our spirit, whatever thing you want to call that within yourself, it's talking to you and it's telling you, what you need to do or what you can do to grow past what you are right now. So if you're doing something day in and day out and it's the same thing and you're not getting the results that you want to get, then you got to change it up.
Change
It's
it up.
it's an insane way of thinking to assume that if you keep getting up at I don't know whatever getting up at 8 o'clock when you should be getting up at maybe 7 or 6:30 in order to get everything you need done in the morning so you can go off and be productive, right? It's believing that you can continue to eat an hour before you're about to go to bed and expect you're going to lose the weight that you want to lose, right? It's insane. So you got to be willing to listen to that little voice in yourself. Stop doing the insane thing of believing that what you're continuing to do right now is going to change or is going to help you change what it is that you want to change in your life. Did you want to cover the other one, Barb?
Well,
Right. So, another
that's
thing we were talking about was trying to do the things that you need to do to elevate yourself, right? And get out of that stagnant state. Because if you're always doing um, what you're used to, you're not getting uncomfortable and challenging yourself. So you need to um, you know get yourself out there and do the things that you need to do. Um,
Because as humans, we need to grow. We need to continue to um, develop ourselves. And if we don't, then it sort of touches on to what we were saying earlier. You get into a stagnant, comfortable state, which is not a great state for you to be in. That's when you start leading into depression or leading into illness, leading into whatever it is that you're issue that's causing you to not feel fulfilled. You need to be willing to challenge yourself a bit and elevate yourself to the next level. Choose whatever goal you want to achieve, get to that goal, but have a plan once you get there. So what's the next goal that you want to achieve so you don't get stagnant? A lot of people, it could be something small. Maybe it's just to lose 5 pounds, right? Maybe your goal is to take a trip somewhere, right? Someplace that you've always said that you wanted to go, but you always seem to make an excuse for it. Figure out what it is. Like, start small. I remember I listened to a video on YouTube the other day, and the guy was talking about how basically the advice that the guy was giving him was, you got to pick very small goals first, because this individual was who already developed a habit of not reaching his goals. Mm-hmm. And, it was something simple before the guy spoke to him. It was like, the guy wanted to do, 10 push-ups in the morning and 10 push-ups at night. And then he wasn't doing that. And then it became like a cop-out. Like, he didn't want to hold to that. So the advice the guy gave him was like, you know what? You've developed this habit of not achieving your goal and not succeeding, that's sort of seeped into other areas of your life. So what I want you to do, and you can either use this for yourself or not, but I just want you to do one push-up. Do one push-up at night and do one push-up in the morning, right? And then once you do that, then add maybe more push-ups, add 3 push-ups, whatever it happens to be, right? Because now he has to retrain his brain to believe that he can achieve his goals, right? So start small, right? I think the issue sometimes is that people think if it's too minuscule, whatever that means for them, that it's not going to do anything for you. And if you're in a position where you, for whatever reason, haven't been achieving the goals that you wanted to achieve, then your brain is as powerful as it is. It's not smart in the sense of understanding really what's going on. All it does is answer your questions. So if you're trying to achieve something, whatever that question happens to be, ask your brain, what do I need to do? What can I do different? What changes do I need to make in my life around me in order to achieve this goal? And eventually your brain will sort of manifest the answers for you, and then it's up to you at that point to sort of physically go out and do it, because the brain obviously can't do that for you. It can only create the scenarios or create the situations for you, but then you still have to physically go out and do it. Mm-hmm. Right?
And
then the third one sorry, go ahead.
It's important what you said, that our brain, like, situations get put in front of us at times, and it's up to us to figure out how to adapt and see how we're going to go about those situations, because nobody gets through life with a straight line. And if you do go through life, walking a straight line, that means they're not really living life. So exactly what you said is huge. Like, staying stagnant is not great. And that's why I said I was having like a discussion with my husband. We're going back and forth, because it's the thing that not everybody wants growth, but at the same time, I don't believe it. I just believe that people give up on themselves.
Right.
Exactly. Because I mean, to sort of add to your point, Maisha, like, everybody was a child at one point, right? We all dreamed at one point. Some of us still dream, right? Yeah. And I'll use for example, because I can see my wife's uncle, Francisco Cayabyab. He's on watching, and thanks for watching,
Hi, Uncle Frank.
But the reason I want to bring him up, because I see his name there, and he has a really
he has a powerful story.
He has a powerful story in terms of persistence. He's just this past year has got his fellowship.
No, he's a full-on.
Basically, he's a professor. So even when you decide that you get your degrees and your PhDs and all that stuff, he still has to actually do the work of teaching before he can actually be recognized as a full. And I'm sorry, Uncle Frank, I can't remember what the specific certification is, but to be a full-on tenure, that's it. So he finally got his tenure this year, and this is after years and years of just being a teacher in terms of like teaching students and working in the labs, and he's doing amazing things. And and it's and it's funny. It's not even funny, but it's remarkable to me because when I first met him and I found out he was a teacher, I didn't realize there was all this involved that he had to like do all this additional time just to get tenure, which means that he can then now have more of a solid footing in what he is as a professor. But it's just like that long grind, and he's traveled from different parts in Canada, different provinces, going to different schools in order to achieve that goal, and he's finally achieved that goal this past year. So I don't know, in total, what, maybe more than 10 years of
Longer,
yeah.
even longer.
You add on the education as well, like going to school and getting his degrees and stuff like that. So there's that persistence, and there's that, and then he has two daughters as well, and there's that example that they get to see where you know what it takes when you decide that there's a goal that you want to achieve. Are you willing to sort of stick to that, stick it out, and is he could have easily just said stayed in the province that where we're from in Ontario, and then just try to do everything there. But his spirit, his voice, his God, his whatever told him, no, I need to go to this other province. I need to go to this other province.
That has the opportunity.
Has the opportunity to get him to his goal quicker. Had he had stayed in Ontario
and stayed in his comfort zone,
who's to say he probably still would have gotten there, but it probably may not have happened
as quickly,
yeah. Right? So that's the other thing. It's when you get these messages from yourself, you get these voices or whatever you want to call it, these hints. Are you going to listen to them and say, okay, this is where I need to go? Because the brain wants you to get there, and it wants you to get there quickly. Because if it's something that's going to create euphoria for the brain, then it wants you to go there, right? And if you prolong it, then you're making it difficult on the brain. It'll continue to give you what you're asking for, but if you don't act on what you're asking for, then eventually the brain itself will get frustrated, and it's like, well, what are you doing?
Sorry.
You sort of gotta listen, and whether that's
yeah,
whether it's meditation, whether it's and I actually read a great article, and I'll post something probably later in the week, just in terms of a particular type of breathing that's worked really well clinically to sort of really get your mind right. But figure out what works right for you in order to do that. But I want to get to the last one because I know Barb's phone's battery
yes
on the low end. But the last one we wanted to cover was paving the way for others. Because really, when we get into the Facebook Lives and online and stuff like that, that's just our fans in the background. Watching.
Oh no, the signal.
Right? You don't know who's watching, and the way we look at it as we're a family, we're essentially a young family. We got two young kids, 5 and 3, and we're sort of creating little ones right now. We're trying to create one. We want to create like a great example for the girls. Two is well, I just want to grow ourselves as well. We've always it's just been naturally people who wanted to get to whatever that next level was. There's always that sort of calling within us to do something better and different. And I think we're 40. We're both 41 now, and we've managed to purchase 4 homes or 4 properties, sell 2, and for the most part, the whole time we at least had 1 child in the mix. So we sort of made that happen without any real sort of extensive education, no trust funds, no mentors, anything. Like, we sort of had to figure it out and grind it out, and we did that, right? So this is what we want to help, and I know there's other people in the same scenario. Like some people dream to be rich, but when it really comes down to it, it's like they just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And they want to have sort of the freedom to be, if they needed to say bye to their boss, they can do that comfortably to find another job or position that the company will treat them better, right? So, and that's sort of where when we're going out and speaking to the world, that's who I think who we're talking to a lot of the times, is that it's possible. I know it's busy, it's hard. The environment in terms of what's considered, I guess, successful or whatever is changing. Um, but you know, it's still possible to do all those things, right? It's still possible to, you know, still um, live comfortable and live something fulfilling um, without uh, relying on, uh, you know, whether it be a boss. Sorry.
No, we're still on, right, Maisha? You can hear us, right?
All right. Oh, good. I hear you good.
Okay. So yeah, so it's just we just want to when we go out and we do our live. Some of it's obviously lighthearted and just you know what we're doing, how we're going. But at the same time, we also want to provide value where we can, just to share like what we did and what um, others can do because it is possible. It's not that far out of your reach, right? To just sort of live a more fulfilling life and a lot, and then let the outside grow from there.
Yes. And what you said is powerful. Like there's the 3 points is powerful because like just to recap, um, people need to just step outside of their comfort zone and do something because if you stay the same in life, you're never going to get anywhere. And of course, that definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And that's why I said that I pay attention to what Les Brown said. He said the most important place on earth is, or the most expensive place on earth is graveyards because so many people died with their dreams without even trying in life. So thank you guys. I know that you
Thank
having
you,
your family
Maisha.
day. I know you're having a family day, and you said there's a holiday in Canada. And I don't want to tie you up. I appreciate you guys so much for
I
taking the
appreciate
time
you,
out.
Maisha. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. And you did provide so much value, especially speaking on experiences, especially Barb's uncle. Like, thank you so much for doing this live.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. All
Thank you,
right.
Mike.
So definitely share this out. If you're watching the replay, because I know a lot of people's gonna watch the replay. It is Monday and it's 3 o'clock. So if you're watching this in the evening, drop a comment below. Tell us you watched this live. And I want everybody to have an amazing day. And I want you guys to have a great rest of y'all day with the kitties.
Have a great day, everybody.
We got Florida weather right here in Niagara Falls, Maisha. So
Well, it's actually raining here. It's been raining for the
Ah, you need to
past
come up
there
north
we go.
now.
We
No.
switched it. We gave you the rain so we could take the sun.
Oh yeah, we got the rain. So you enjoy that sun. I'll take this rainy day. But definitely, once again, thank you guys. Thank you for
All right.
Thank
the
you.
people that
Thanks for
tune
tuning
into
in,
the live.
guys.
Gina for watching. Thank you, Rachel, and enjoy the remainder of the day.
You too.
Thank you.
Later.